My next guest has entertained crowds all over the world, from opening for Bill Gaither to winning the $100,000 grand prize on Star Search. He also tells the inside story of his life in showbiz in his new book called Irreversible. Please welcome the hilarious Taylor Mason.
Wow. Thank you. Wow. This is great. I love this. The positive energy is just awesome because the whole country is stressed out. I do children's programs, and sometimes small children will come up to me after a show and they'll say, "Those puppets were really scary." And I say, "No, those are my imaginary friends come to life. It's what your parents call Facebook, okay?" Right. Your mom and dad have thousands of imaginary friends, but mine are real. I brought an example, and people get scared about the puppets, so I brought this. Sorry. This is my buddy. His name is Romeo, and I don't want to freak anybody out, so I'm going to explain. This middle part here, this middle part is actually a Clorox bottle with the handle cut out, a 64-ounce Clorox bottle. The handle's been cut out, so my arm fits in the back. The hair on his head, the hair is from a wig shop in New York City. Look at my foot, okay. The eyebrows that go up and down, okay. That's a coat hanger, you know it. The white part of his eyes, look into my eyes, okay. The white part of his eyes, that's a ping pong ball. The clothing that he's wearing is from a store called The Gap, that's right. My kids are writing a book called The Puppet Wears Gap, We Wear Target. All right. How are you? I'm feeling good. Wonderful time? It's great. What a studio. Yeah, it's beautiful. These are working people. I work. Name one job you've had. I can tell you what I'd like to do. Anything at all, Romeo. What would you like to do? I'd like to be a golf announcer. A golf announcer? Yeah. Why? They don't work. All they do is whisper. Do you know why they whisper? They don't want to wake the people who are watching at home. Come on, man. Come on. Oh, stop it. Where was your last puppet job? I was a CPR dummy. A CPR? Oh, you're one of those people they practice CPR on. Right. Well, that must have been wild. It was weird, man. You're laying there, right? People are breathing into my mouth. Okay. It was disgusting. Okay. One guy got really carried away. What do you mean he got carried away? He was hugging me, rubbing my shoulders, kissing me on the cheek. Who is this? Joe Biden. Yeah, he blew into my ear. What? He blew into my ear. He blew into your ear. Yeah, you mean like this? Yeah. That's kind of creepy. No, in my world, for people like me, yeah, it's a refill. Okay. The only thing in here besides your hand is a lot of air. Okay. I could be a politician. All right. Have you ever had a real job? Let me think. A serious job. Have you ever had a real job? Yeah. I was a crash test dummy. A crash test dummy. And I failed the crash test? How do you fail a crash test? They ship you in the car, right? They say, look natural as you drive into the brick wall at 110 miles an hour. I kept doing this. Okay. We're gonna crash, okay. I couldn't get insurance. It was just like living in Tennessee. Oh, stop it. Back in the bag. No. Sorry. You're so mean. Okay. Tell that girl to come in here. No. I travel all over the world. This fits in the overhead bin, believe it or not, on airplanes, which can be a real problem going through customs coming back in the United States. Get off a plane, this bag goes into the x-ray machine and stops. Customs comes out, whose bag is this? It's mine. So we need to look in the bag. I say, no problem. When the guy opens the bag, I do this. Hey, how you doing? Hey, thanks a lot, everybody. This is awfully fun. Thank you.
Taylor, welcome to our show. It is a delight to have you here.
My honor. This is great. This is just awesome.
Wonderful people. I can't even imagine going through TSA several times a week, and in your book, you have a different name for TSA. What is it?
In my world, TSA stands for Taylor Searched Aggressively.
Yeah, because you bring this, looks like a human person in a bag, and I'm sure they're thinking, oh, yeah, we're singling him out.
Right. It's happened many times, and we've done all kinds of things. Right. Actually, yeah, I bring him out sometimes. It's fun to entertain customs guys. Yeah.
I can only imagine. You have this cool book. You didn't shave this morning, did you? And I didn't think so.
He's turning into Jill Dayton. Okay, stop.
Oh, my gosh. No, I'm not. I don't know who to be upset with, you or the dummy. I'm not sure. I wanted to mention this very cool book. And, I read the whole thing.
I can't believe it. I have not even read the whole thing. And I wrote it.
I know, and that really depresses me that you haven't read your book. You ought to read it. It's really good. And I think I was expecting you to sort of tell some funny tales on the road. But what you've done in this is you have told us how tough a life it is to live the life of a professional comedian over 5 decades, which is a long time in this business. And the fact that you have remained not only optimistic and you continue to love what you do, but it's been a tough, tough climb. And I think you've captured it so beautifully.
Well, you're awfully nice to say something, Governor. Thank you very much. The great thing about what I do is I do a lot of work for the Disney Corporation.
Yeah.
I always say I work for Disney. I'm a comedian. I have puppets. I don't curse. There's only one company that would hire that.
Yeah.
So I work for the Disney Corporation. And my background has kind of allowed me to work for adults, children, teenagers, television, whatever, church basements. I'll go. Listen, I'm looking for work. So,
but you know what I find is remarkable? People do want you to come to corporate events and to church events and the Disney cruise ships and all the things that you do. Do you get pushback from people to say, hey, you got to be a little edgier?
I have had people tell me, or they'll ask me after the show, I'll bet you do a really good adult show. And I always say, yeah. Why don't you come see my adult show?
Because it's the same as every other show?
Exactly.
Which, again, I thank you for that, because it means that if people invite you and they have children present, or they do have a sensitive group of people, you're going to be funny, you're going to entertain the daylights out of them, but you're not going to humiliate, embarrass them, or insult them. And I think that is so very
I take
refreshing.
that seriously, and that's a really nice compliment, man.
Well, you are a compliment to the world of comedy. We're so happy to have you here. And I want to tell you, I hope people will read the book. It's called Irreversible. I did tell Taylor this, that you got to wait till the next to the last page to find out why he names the book Irreversible. I kept thinking, where does this come from? And I'm not going to tell you, and don't read it until you get to the end of the book. But you can find Taylor Mason's hilarious and inspiring memoir, Irreversible, on Amazon. And you can learn all about him and hire him to perform for your company or event at taylormason.com. That is taylormason.com. It's on your screen.